Alright, I'm actually live now. About time. That took way longer than necessary. Unforeseen events due to extreme weather that occurred over the weekend. It's nothing to worry about. But it just took me longer to get live than I wanted. At any rate, hello everyone, my name is Sixteel, and today, well, I'm gonna be doing something a bit weird. So, I did start Destiny 2 earlier, started a campaign. And mainly because I got greedy, I want to play it, but I also wanted to stream the campaign. So what I'm going to do is very odd. I'm going to, when I stream Destiny 2, I am going to stream my secondary character as a hunter through the campaign. A secondary character which I have yet to actually create. But when I actually get done with streaming the Hunter campaign, I will then switch to my main Warlock character to do all the endgame stuff. All the adventures, all the side quests, all that stuff. I'll do all the exotic quests and everything I can find, assuming I don't accidentally get it while I'm off stream at least. So what I'm gonna start my new hunter character. Wonder how long this is gonna take. Okay, here we go. So this is my main character, level 5. I really have not done much with this game yet. I've been preoccupied as of late. So I'm going to create a new character, going to create a hunter. I have played all classes, Hunter, Titan, and Warlock, in both Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 beta. Which is why I picked a Warlock for my main character, because I actually like Warlocks. So I haven't awoken. I want to choose either between Exo and a human. I'll pick a female Exo. Cause why not have a robot with boobs? Makes sense. Still a weird concept, but I'm not gonna kink shame anyone. Some of these faces... I wish I could turn the character's head. Kind of torn between this head and this head. I'll change the colors just so I can see it a bit better. That's better. I kind of like this face first. So, skin... Ooh. The exos are a bit more glossy, it looks like. Interesting. So what kind of face... What kind of coloring do I want? Feels like they have more options in Destiny 2 than they did in Destiny 1. That's a nice color, but I do like the cyan, especially with the gloss. Oh well, I'll pick that. So, mouth. So this is the color, yeah, the color of the mouth. I think I'll pick orange. I kind of like the look of that. Head feature. Do they add more head features? It kind of feels like they do, but I can't confirm that. Maybe they didn't. Kind of like these Evangelion ears. I really, really wish I could turn the head and see what this looks like, but I can't do anything. Guess I'll stick with that. Markings. Oh. That's barely a marking. Kind of like the eye splatter there. Make that a bright rose? Red, I guess? I don't know. Kinda looks weird, but I don't care. I'll make it weird.
Ikora, if you tell me this is a practical joke, well, it kills me to say it, but I would be really impressed.
Impressing you, Cade, is the easiest thing I'll do all day.
Let's get serious, people.
Zavala, this is my serious face. Can't you tell?
Ikora, what have you got?
Someone or something has sabotaged the Skyline defense systems.
And comms have been spotty for the last few hours. Every sensor beyond the wall has gone dark.
Maybe it's just the storm. Maybe it's... What are the set feeds telling us?
Nothing.
Well, that's good, right?
No. I mean, they're not there. There are no satellites.
And that's not good.
Battle stations! Everyone with me, now!
Hang on!
I am really happy that Destiny 2 finally has cutscenes in the game and a story now.
Repeat, tower approach. This is City Hawk 723. Anyone home? No response on any channels, even the emergency frequencies. What is going on back there? Remember when I told you that you fly too fast? Forget I said that. Fly fast.
At least my character doesn't look as weird as I thought it would. I am gonna do one thing before I actually get into the gameplay. As soon as it loads up. Probably would be nice to have cutscenes.
Ikora, and Cayde.
Now where, not cutscenes, what am I thinking? Cutscenes? No. What was I gonna say? Subtitles. Why would I go to cutscenes? Subtitles enabled. Been a while since I've been a gunslinger. I can select these right off the bat? Let's get to... Oh, I can't? Oh, yes, I can. Okay. There. Get the triple jump. How many shots do I get with the golden gun? Do I get 3? I'm gonna assume I have 3. Traveler's Chosen. I never actually inspected this gun. City-made sidearm built for those chosen by the Traveler to become Guardians. Huh.
Cabal!
Not much different from the beta.
The Cabal conquer systems by blowing up planets. Whatever they want, it must be here, in the last city.
This is Commander Zavala. Civilians, report to evac points. Guardians, rendezvous in the plaza. Our city will not fall.
Cayde!
Hey, you two. Give me a sec. Zavala's doing the hero thing in the plaza. Me? I've got a date with whoever's behind this. It'll be a short date.
Oh, he's such a badass. My favorite character in Destiny 1.
Over here! Hunter, my armory is open to you. Follow the path from there. It will lead you through the hangar to the plaza. I'll take care of these people. If the Cabal want war, give them war.
It's worth noting that I'm playing this on the PS4, and I played Destiny 1 on the Xbox One. So I've noticed that he actually gives different dialogue depending on what you've accomplished in Destiny. If you only play the base game in Destiny 1, then he gives you, I'm guessing he gives you that dialogue. Either that or that's just for people who have not played Destiny before. But I played Destiny 1 with the all the DLC. And if you play Destiny 2 after you complete all of Destiny 1, instead of calling you Hunter or Warlock or Titan, he calls you Saladin's Lone Young Wolf. So it's interesting that they have different dialogue depending on if you've actually played the original game or not, and how much you've actually played. It's pretty much exactly the same from the beta. It's weird having a 3-burst pistol without it being an exotic. After having a trespasser, it seems very strange. Alright, let's try this out real quick.
You're not just assaulting the city. Look at the Traveler.
Ghost keeps tagging these Cabal as Red Legion. Ikora, what do you got?
They're elite, ruthless, and rumor is they have never known defeat.
Until today. Today they face Guardians.
But Zavala, they're attacking the Traveler.
The Traveler waits. We protect our people at any cost.
Better not get crushed.
Well trained, but we are better. We will hold this line until the last civilian is safely away. Incoming! Fall back to my field! Don't let them pass the gate. Leave that ship back here. We hold here. That command ship, it's next on the list. Listen, stay inside my field. More Red Legion. Show them what Guardians are made of.
Zavala, the last of the shuttles is away. But the Speaker, he never made it. I'm going to look for him.
I've got the plaza. Go with Ikora. Find the Speaker.
We're on it, Commander.
He's still sweeping. Same old, same old.
Ikora! The Speaker is gone. Red Legion, you will take no more from us, and you will find no mercy in me!
It is nice seeing the Vanguard in action, because you never see him do anything in the first game.
We need to move on that command ship. Now head to the North Tower. I'm sending Amanda Holiday to pick you up.
Oh, crap. I forgot about those guys on the right. Well, first death in this campaign. Sadly enough, it was in the prologue.
Holiday is inbound. We need that ship off the field.
Someone told me you need a ride.
Zavala, picked up that Guardian you never shut up about?
Get them on that command ship, now!
Hold on, Guardian. Time to kick him where it hurts.
I did forget to do one thing that I should do, and it'll only take a second. Just so I don't incessantly bug other people whenever I'm trying to make commentary. Give me one moment. Apologies for that. Only time during the stream I'll probably do that. Oh my god, these notifications won't go away. Pretty sure I turned those off too.
Let me take a look.
I guess some notifications they have to show me.
Okay, the shield generator should be at the bottom of the ship.
Wow, that's a hell of a pushback.
King, what's your status?
A little low on ammo. Old flaming fist kept burning out. Anyone heard from Ikora?
Not since you went for the speaker. Form up! For me!
How does Sniper miss from that distance? Where is this? Oh, there he is. Oh wow, that was close. Alright, so even 3 golden gun attacks does not do much against that guy. Oh, I missed some guys, whoops. These signs are even more annoying now they have snipers.
The shield generator should be straight ahead.
I wonder if I could turn the aim assist off in this game. Should probably look that up.
All right.
Huh.
Destroy the turbine.
That's gotta be the only thing
shield
that
should
did change in this game, is that there's only one spinning turbine now.
Yes,
I did find that
just
annoying
like
in the
that.
beta. First time I did it, though. Especially since I didn't realize there were 3 of these spinning things. Those turbines killed me more than any of the enemies in the prologue, in the beta.
Working.
I'm probably gonna die right now, aren't I? That was close.
Zavala, we did it. The shields are down. Zavala? Amanda, we're headed topside. Amanda!
How do we come back from this?
You don't. Welcome to a world without light.
Guardian, something's wrong.
Do not look at me, creature. You are weak, undisciplined, cowering behind walls. You're not brave. You've merely forgotten the fear of death. Allow me to reacquaint you. Your kind never deserved the power you were given. I am Nuln, and your light is mine.
I do like that the Cabal are now fleshed out more so than they were in the first game. In the first game, they focused more on the Fallen and the Hive, and the Taken as well, which I would consider part of the Hive in the first game. But it's nice that they're expanding towards the Cabal now, or fleshing out their existence, because in the first game, the Cabal and the Vex were just another faction of enemies. It was never really explained what their purpose was, aside from basic information. The Vex you don't even know anything about. The Cabal, at least you know that they are similar to just conquering... what's the right word for it? I guess they're... You can compare them to like the Roman civilization. That they just expand their power. They're more of an empire. That's what I was trying to get at. And that was all I really understood about the Cabal, that they are just an empire. Before this game, I didn't realize that the Cabal were a mix of different alien races. At least with the Fallen, you can understand that they fleshed out through the Grimoire cards and the additional DLC. They fleshed out the fact that the Fallen were once a united group, and then they branched off into different houses after an event occurred. Which is pretty much when Skolas was attempting to break through the city until the Awoken in the Reef intervenes. After that happens, the Fallen were no longer united and they splintered off to different houses. So is my understanding. And with the Hive, they were more cultish. They served their deities, which extended to Crota and his relatives, as well as past even that to orcs and I guess you could say his group of... I don't want to say group of deities, because technically orcs was the only one among the Taken in the Hive. At least current time. So is my understanding as well as that. But I'm pretty much blabbering right now. One thing I do think is weird, that suddenly, for some reason, the Guardians no longer speak. I would chalk it up because in the original game, in the first game, they never had enough dialogue, I guess, to warrant a return of the voice actors? I'm not entirely certain.
Guardian. You're alive. I thought I lost you.
I guess it's nice that, aside from the Guardians, they actually focused on the characters that would actually have an impact to the story, such as the Vanguard and everyone else in this game.
They've taken the city, the Traveler, everything.
Because in the first game, they never had they didn't have as many characters who had an impactful existence in the story, which is a good change in this game.
I'm picking up an emergency broadcast. Rendezvous coordinates. They're evacuating the planet. We're on our own.
Surprised I survived 2 days after the initial attack under the debris. I guess I was lucky enough that they thought I was actually dead and moved on.
These Guardians... they had no chance without their powers. That could be us. Guardian, if you die, I can't resurrect you. We need to be very careful.
These guys were not so lucky, I guess. They were ambushed fairly quickly after the initial attack. I guess they were hunted out by these new war beasts. These things are so annoying. Back to Twilight Gap.
It's that Falcon again. Is it following us? Or are we following it?
It's been a while since I've been to Twilight Gap. It looks very different from what I remember. Then again, I've only explored the open area of Twilight Gap. The, not open, but the destroyed area. Did amazing with the scenery, that's for sure. This game is pretty gorgeous compared to the last one. These things really are difficult to deal with this limited resource. Always gotta make sure in this game, because with all the lag that often occur, you never know when their health is actually down to 0. Unfortunately, that's happened quite a lot of times to me, where I get disconnected from the server and their health just keeps popping back up over and over again. It's happened in the last game, and it's definitely happened in this game too. At least with this game, they did a good job with maintaining the servers. I guess they finally understood how it functions. Since day 1 of Destiny 1, it was an abysmal launch. Couldn't play. Day 1 of Destiny 2 launch, you can pretty much do the entire campaign if you have the time.
Oh look, somebody left a perfectly good Guardian lying around. Things must be worse than I thought. And that's our cue. Time to go, people!
But wait. Where are you all going?
As far away from here as possible.
That Falcon, it belongs to you?
The name's Hawthorne, and this is Lewis. Best pilot we got. What about you? Fit to fly? Probably gonna need one of these, too. Time to make yourself useful, Guardian. All right, people, spin 'em up! Got a long flight ahead of us!
Do you see, traveler, all that I have done? Grace me with your light. Take your place at the center of my empire. See me, and the Red Legion will be your true guardians.
Dominus, the city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed. Victory, as with all things, is yours to claim.
This victory is as much yours yours as mine, old friend.
All that remains is the completion of the cage around this great machine. Then we may begin the extraction of its power and put it to its rightful use.
They call it the Traveler.
I would contend that other civilizations may be more precise in their naming. Its functions can be controlled and exploited, as we have so clearly proven.
Yet they believe it to be a god.
Dominus. Gaul. We have spent our lives, you and I, working to reshape our society, reforge our people, rebuild an empire nearly destroyed by Callus's greed and corruption. There is nothing in this universe greater than you. The Red Legion will have that machine's power. You will be called Emperor. What more would the Dominus have?
I would have words with my guest. So, you're the one who speaks for the Traveler.
I have to admit, I do like the way they did Gaul's character in this game, from what I've seen. Ever since they came out with the DLCs, Bungie really amped up the way they presented villains, as opposed to Destiny.
Coming up on the European Dead Zone. Gonna be our new home for a while.
Look, do you recognize it? That's where we're supposed to go.
That thing? They call it the Shard of the Traveler. I call it not a place you want to go poking around.
Yeah, as opposed to base game Destiny, there were never really any villains that impacted the story in any way. It's just, you go to one mission, you kill this boss, you go to the next mission, you kill that boss over and over again. But after they came out the DLCs from the Dark Below onwards, the villains actually were interesting, I guess is the best way to describe them, because there was actually depth to them. They weren't just, you go to this mission, you kill this boss. There was a purpose to killing this particular boss, and it was very evident of what that purpose was. You knew why you were after this boss.
How has the battle? Oh. I'm glad to see you safe. I am Tyra. Tyra Karn. I'm sorry. Have we met before? Losing my connection to the light has been disorienting. Now, I understand you seek the Shard of the Traveler. I too have dreamt of it. Its jagged, broken edge. A wound that never heals. But I do not trust its pull. Like us, the Shard no longer knows the light. Not since the Traveler cast it off during the collapse. For centuries it has twisted and corrupted everything around it. Where it lies is now a place of death. If you are determined to go, remember, we Guardians are no longer immortal.
Dreamer's Cloak. Not sure what to expect with this new loot and armor set for the Hunter, because I've only ever played Warlock. I've only ever focused on Warlock gameplay in all Destiny games. True, I've completed Destiny 1 with a Hunter and a Titan. I've only done the story, though. All the story missions. I've never done any raids. And I never explored the strikes with each of them because I was always so focused on the my Warlock. Because unlike with other people who managed to make videos on this for a living and stream this for a living, I cannot afford that luxury. So I had to focus on only one character. The highest I ever gotten my other characters in the base game, I got my Warlock to 400 at the very end of it all.
Let's do the thing.
Like 6 months ago. And then I only got my Hunter and Titan to like the 380s and the 390s. And that was only because I transferred all my weapons from one guy.
Lot of civilization.
From my Warlock to my Hunter and my Titan.
Of course. I've been living outside the city half my life. So, anyway, heard you want to go poke around that busted up hunk of Traveler. You Guardians have a weird idea of a good time. Oh well, Lewis and I know plenty about trusting your gut. So I'm not about to stop you. I got enough to deal with here. Take that ship you flew here. At least it'll get you back faster. See all these refugees? I haven't lost one yet. Don't you be my first.
Can I get anything from her? Should probably grab armor first. Because weapons are always very abundant in these games. Can I buy all this?
Oh, nice choice. Take care of yourself, okay?
So in Destiny 1, I normally never buy armor and weapons. But I found out in Destiny 2 that if you don't buy things,
He was a funny one, wasn't he?
so far I haven't found a useful, use for Glimmer. So at the end of the campaign, when I never bought a single gun before or anything like that, or armor, I quickly found out that I had the maximum amount of Glimmer, and there wasn't a single thing I wanted to spend my Glimmer on. So that was kind of annoying to me. At least in Destiny 1 I could buy like ammo synthesis, but I don't think those will ever exist anymore. Lost Light, Hunter subclass, your powers are gone. That's very depressing.
Did you have some clan stuff to talk about? Not enough time for this.
What was I doing again? I guess I need to... Yeah, okay, now I need to actually do the story. So, first mission, Spark.
Sure you want to do this? That shard is the reason this place is called a dead zone.
We have to, Hawthorne. It's a sign.
Yeah, a sign that says dead zone.
It's kind of a fresh of breath air to have a character in this game that isn't a Guardian, because it was my belief that ever since the Traveler arrived, everyone wasn't necessarily a Guardian, but everyone had some kind of light in them.
I've been all over the EDZ. Charming enough. I mean, nothing says come visit, like a dark haunted forest.
But non-Guardians aren't supposed to leave the city.
Here's the thing about city rules. They stop applying once you leave the city. There's a small gap in the wall. Hard to see, but it's there. Nobody goes farther than that. At least nobody who wants to come back.
So it's interesting to have this perspective that someone without light exists and they fight without light. Whereas we, as Guardians, used to be able to die over and over and over again and be resurrected with our light. Now that's taken away from us, we're basically the same thing as these lightless survivors who just have to be as careful as possible. Because one false move and we'll actually wind up dead forever now. It's an interesting perspective to have. Because in Destiny 1 we always experience that no matter what, we'll always come back. We'll die, we just start all over.
Let me know when you reach me.
Hawthorne, can you hear us? Signal's dead.
But now we're on an actual quest to get our powers back, so during that time, if we die, we're out forever.
Did you hear something? You're under attack.
I'm terrible with this submachine gun. I find it's always easier to aim from the hip with submachine guns and pistols. I forgot I can't double jump anymore.
Those things were the Fallen. Scavengers from another world. They worship machines.
Again, it's interesting. That dialogue is very different from if you've actually played Destiny 1 before. On the Xbox, the dialogue is slightly different. You can recognize, the Ghost recognized that they were Fallen, but he gave an extra bit of dialogue stating that those Fallen were from an unknown house that we've never seen before. Because they have a different color and different symbol and everything. So they're not wolves, they're not devils, they're not kings, they're not winter, and they're not exiles either. I believe these new Fallen are called... what was it? There's also Judgment, but they're not that. They're Zealots, I believe they're called? I can't be certain of that. I've heard they're called Zealots from various dialogue.
Shard of the Traveler. This is it. Right out of our vision.
It's kind of weird that there's actually a Shard of the Traveler here and that we've never really known about this. Because we found Shards of Travelers before in the original game. The Hive actually took a shard once. They were slowly draining the light out of the Traveler through it because it still had a connection to the Traveler. What is the significance of this light, though? Of the light from this shard? These new Marauders are actually pretty difficult to deal with. It's kind of cool they changed up the ways the enemies move around. Because the Fallen are now much more agile. They're dangerous. can't even see where that... Was that Wretch or Watch? I couldn't even see where that... Oh, there it is. Okay, they're called Wretches. Can't believe I already get a new power weapon. RNG in this game really is completely random. You never know where you're going to get with each drop. So I'm probably gonna annoy a lot of people because the way I ramble, but I'm a huge Destiny geek. I'm not as huge as the guys who actually analyze the story and all that, but I am very into Destiny. So when I ramble on about the story and everything, how everything's different, how dialogue's different, I find all that interesting, even though some people might find that annoying. So if you're annoyed about that, I apologize in advance, but it's not gonna stop. I can guarantee that, because I just ramble and ramble. Where's that heavy ammo I saw? There it is.
I think we scared them away. Take me to the Shard. This is why we were led here. I haven't been as close to the Traveler's Light since... Do you feel it? Hold on to your helmet. Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.
Oh right, I'm an Arc Strider now. Forgot about that. I'm not used to these new subclasses. I gotta say, as new, air quotes, as these new subclasses are, they're pretty much upgraded versions of subclasses that were in Destiny 1. Like, this is pretty much a Arc Blade. I'm pretty sure Arc Blade is not going to be a term anyone now getting into Destiny is going to be familiar with. But imagine this only with a knife instead of an electric staff. I gotta say, the Arc Blade is faster, but the Arc Strider can actually hit more targets with one strike. So that's kind of a pretty big bonus. And the Arc Strider actually has combos. This is the first time a subclass has ever had a combo before, so far as I know. You could always do variants of different attacks, but you never really could string attacks together in any subclass, at least in a different way. I should look at these new weapons I have, because I'm not familiar with everything now. Not familiar with these kind of weapons. Alright, so this weapon reload faster when magazine's empty.
Let's think about this for a minute.
Marksman dodge. Evasive maneuver with a steady hand. Dodging automatically reloads your weapon. Okay, good to know. Flux grenade, that's a sticky grenade. Arc bolt grenade, I don't like that kind of grenade. Skip grenade, those are useful. Strafe jump, triple jump. I'm actually curious what these perks are. Disorienting blow. Strike an enemy with this melee ability to disorient the targets and nearby enemies. Binds to R1? Oh, that's for the melee, the basic melee, not during the super. Okay. This is for a super. Sprinting recharges your dodge ability. Oh no, that's not super. Sprinting recharges your dodge ability. Increase maximum sprint speed. That's really handy. Combat meditation. When critically wounded, melee and grenades recharge drastically faster. You're harder to kill while dodging. So this is this bottom tier is a very heavy, is a very survival heavy tier. One thing to note about this game is that you can only have either the top tier or the bottom tier. You can't mix and match all the perks from each one. You can't have all of them active at once. And if you change it at all, it resets all of your abilities, including your super. It does not. You don't reset your abilities when you change your grenades or your jumping or your class ability. Only when you change the core perks. Combination blow. Kill an enemy with this melee ability to trigger health regeneration. Increase melee damage temporarily. Combat flow. Melee kills recharge your dodge ability. Dodging increases your melee range. So this is a very brawler heavy tier. After dodging, each arc staff hits creates damage landing aftershock. So in this subclass, in this class, you can actually dodge while in the super. You can use your class ability while in the super. Interesting. So if I'm going to use Lethal Current, I might want to stick with Gambler's Dodge. Recharge your melee ability? Yeah, probably that. Although I guess this one is quicker, so that might be more useful. I don't know. I got to play with that a bit.
Hi again.
Smells nice, Guardian. But the Red Legion's not gone.
Definitely got to play with that a bit.
Well, look at you. You got your light back. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad. Because we're gonna need it. There are a lot more survivors out there, and they need our help. We gotta get the word out that the farm is a safe haven. I sent a friend into the EDZ a few hours ago to set up a comm network. His name's Devrim Kay. Good guy. Great shot. Don't tell him I said that. If you give him a hand, I'd take it as a personal favor.
Alright, get the milestone out of the way so I can see these prices.
Did you want to talk to me?
Like I say, buy everything so you can increase your light as fast as possible, because in this game, this little number here increases every time you get a higher equipment. That bar fills up and every time you get something heavier, something better. You increase this number, and that increases both your durability and your strength.
Did you want to talk to me?
Devrim, keep your head down. No, I don't think the Fallen are interested in debating you.
Good to see he's still alive.
It's you. You and I walked together as the tower burned. And now, here you stand. Your light burns a path before us. And on that path, I see many battles ahead of you. Battles only you can win. The crucible of Lord Shaxx will prepare you. In my arena, should a Titan stand in your way, crush him. If a hunter confronts you, break her blade. If a warlock speaks, feed him his words. There is only one path to victory, Guardian. See you on the battlefield.
I always like Shaxx. He's an interesting character. There's not much lore behind him, and he's not a very prominent figure in the story, but he's a very iconic character for Destiny fans.
Even steel needs sharpening. Don't stray too long.
Don't expect me to do much Crucible in these streams either, by the way. I do not like competitive multiplayer, and in this game especially, the competitive multiplayer aspect is not great. Mainly because it takes forever if I can even find people to play against at the moment. So they need Bungie needs to update how the searching goes. It could also be that the player base may not be as high as it used to be, since this is restricted to only one generation of consoles instead of multiple. And I don't know if cross-platforming is a thing in this game.
Don't get cocky now that you've got your powers back. The EDZ is rough, especially around the Old Town. Just remember, refugees from the city have it a lot rougher. You want to help them? Find Devrim Kay.
It's kind of nice going into the European Dead Zone, because I've only ever been to the European Dead Zone as a Crucible map in the multiplayer map in the first game. It was never really an explorable area as opposed to the Russian Cosmodrome in the first game, which is basically the first exploration area like the EDZ zone is in this game. And I can't believe I said EDZ zone, because that's basically saying European Dead Zone zone. Huh, free loot. Because someone killed a high value target right here. Yeah, I'm also not going to be doing a lot of heroic public events, or public events in general, at the moment. Because I need to level myself up first. Holy crap, I could jump high.
A guest? And here I have no tea to serve. These are dire times indeed. Devrim Kay, the 8th, at your service. City militia, back when there was a city. Now I serve at the pleasure of my dear friend Soraya Hawthorne. First on the docket, contact other refugees and tell them of the farm. That means building a comm network from the ground up. And even though I happen to be a damn good shot, the Fallen are giving me a devil of a time. I dare say you can handle a few rounds with the enemy. I've seen what Guardians can do. Right. I think it's time to let the guns do the talking now. Don't you?
Could not agree more. Oh, it needs to be a level 3 first. Buy that. Buy that.
I hope it is helpful.
Oh, trust me, all this will be helpful. All this just to level myself up as quickly as possible.
Distracted. I do hope you understand.
I'm not used to the fact that ghosts don't level you up anymore like they did in the first game. So I keep inspecting my ghosts because I think that it'll raise my level up higher. Which it will not. Not yet, at least. I don't know if they ever will.
Let's get started. There's a banner on the main floor. Give it a look, will you?
This is a fallen house sigil. I don't recognize it, though.
Nor I. The Fallen seem to have put this up as something of a threat. I imagine you'll find lots of objects like this out there with a bit of a story to them. You both need some supplies to get going out here. See if you find a cache in one of the buildings nearby.
That's as simple as not unknown to me. If you actually play the first game and link your accounts to this game, you would know that that sigil belongs to the House of Judgment Fallen, which is a tribe of Fallen that works with the Awoken in the Reef, who are basically the allies of the city.
Very well done. To survive, we'll have to look for every opportunity. Keep your eyes peeled for more supplies in the wilds. Speaking of the wilds, there's a symbol on the wall of the church. Take a look.
So it's very strange to hear that House Judgment now is against us for some reason.
Where did this symbol come from?
I believe your city hunters must have put them here and there about the region as they scouted around. I think they meant it to mark something special. Or dangerous.
Or both. Let's go check it out.
The history of this region is fascinating. I believe tunnels and caves like the one you're in now stretch all across the EDZ. Who knows what's lurking down there? Be careful.
I am interested to learn why the House Judgments Fallen are now against us. Since they used to be our allies, even though most Fallen would not dare to ally themselves with the Guardians or the city. I keep forgetting that's glass. Okay, where'd that Dreg go? Did I actually kill the Dreg? Oh, I guess I did. Holy crap. Well, he's dead at least.
Key code from that captain. I think I can open his supply cache.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I died. Whoops, I was not paying attention to my health. I'm still used to Destiny 1 where I'm overpowered as hell against weak guys like these. Where is this guy shooting me from?
Good work down there, you two. Keep an eye out for other hidey holes and treasures like this one. But that's for another day. In the meantime, what say we get down to business? Come on back up to the church tower. I'm putting a kettle on now.
I do love fusion rifles in this game. Actually, in both Destiny games, I just like fusion rifles. How do I get out of here again? Yeah, I just went in a big circle. I keep doing that in here. I'm not used to jumping this high. I'm used to being a warlock though, not a hunter.
Welcome back. This time I did make tea for you, but I seem to have drunk it all. Perhaps if you were a mite quicker. Right, the beacon. While you were tussling with the Fallen, we've encountered a bit of a setback. Hawthorne has placed the last relay on the mountain above the salt mines, but even from that height, the signal still doesn't have the range we expected. It's a bit curious. Regardless, this signal booster should solve our problem if we can get it to her. Dead zone indeed.
Oh, I can keep increasing my light level? Oh, no, wait, no, I probably can't, so I didn't change it yet. Okay, no, I can't. I'm just an idiot. Wasn't paying attention. Wasn't paying attention what I was doing with my self. Yep, I can't keep changing it. I can't keep increasing myself.
I hope it serves you well. See you soon.
I bought 2 kinetic weapons like an idiot. I really am dumb.
There they go again.
A flux grenade.
Dance, my guardian friend.
I don't need that right now. I'll save my upgrade points.
Did you forget your business? All's well.
What the hell is this thing? What'd I pick up? I completely forgot. I just changed my whole loadouts. Pretty awesome I found a auto-firing pistol right off the bat. I wonder if this hand cannon's any better though. Nope, it's actually weaker. Unfortunate. I like hand cannons. I should remember to look at the perks of these guns. Fire reloads faster when empty.
Still sitting up here above the mines with his busted comm relay. Where's that signal booster?
Alright, so reload faster when empty.
Our new Guardian friend is en route. I'm getting too old to clean up after you, Soraya.
Finally, he admits he's old. Bail me out on one assault charge and you never let me live it down.
Ah, don't you mean one a week? You're the reason my hair is gray.
Yeah, keep talking, old man.
You know, they say how old he is, or they don't say how old he is. He keeps complaining about how old he is. But in this universe, human lifespans have tripled. So I have to wonder how old is in this game, or in this world. Wow, I have bad aim right now. There we are. There's something to examine here.
Take us to the top of the mines. These house banners are rare on the ground these days. Between the Guardians and the Cabal, they've buried a lot of old grudges. All four hands on deck.
Huh, new helmet. It's kind of cool looking at Hunter helmets because they're often very tactical.
We'll have to find another way up to Hawthorne.
No kidding. This is a busted elevator.
The Fallen are scavengers of the highest order. They're going to put up a fight for whatever they can get their grubby claws on.
Okay, I just hate pulse rifles now. I've always hated pulse rifles, but I have not gotten better with them. Wow, I did not hit any of those. You're still alive? Okay. There's some shenanigans going on. Quit getting your health back. That was a fail. Oh my god, really? Stay dead. Stop getting your health back for no reason.
All the controls are broken. Someone must have gotten mad that it wasn't working fast enough. Reminds me of Cade.
Is this sniper rifle any better? Nope. I also don't like sniper rifles, and I hate them even more in this game. They're not as useful. Or at least I've never found myself in a position where I would benefit more from a sniper rifle. Because in this game, in Destiny 2 as opposed to Destiny 1, there aren't as many sniper positions throughout each mission. I should use this more often too. Okay, I might die. I got sniped. I'm not used to being a hunter, I'm used to being a warlock, so these abilities and just everything is foreign to me right now. Can I really keep getting... Okay, no, I was gonna say, if I can keep getting that sniper rifle, I can get pretty rich off of, actually, not. I wouldn't say I can get rich, because that's not a lot of glimmer I can use for dismantling it. Seriously? Should not take me 3 pulls of the trigger to kill those shanks. I suck. I should also not shoot while I'm jumping, because I suck at that too.
Ah, you'll be pleased to know that I can see the Fallen fleeing the mine. Seems you've really kicked the hornet's nest, haven't you?
These guys really love their trip mines. Good thing I know how to defuse them.
We found an elevator.
You're good. Almost as good as Lewis.
Elevator's not working. Power must be out. And we've upset the Fallen.
Gotta take down these servitors quickly. They're sucking all the power of this place. I really hate myself for missing all those shots. All these hits are taking my aim too. These guys are much more nimble than I'm used to. I hate when the servitors fly like this because I can't use my super right now. Where is it?
That did it. Killing the servitor brought the power back on.
Good job. Maybe I'll finally get my booster one of these days.
Is it open yet? Who is shooting me through the floor? Oh, it's shooting me from above. Oh wow, I got the exact same helmet.
Hawthorne, we're out of the mine and heading your way.
Then hurry up with that booster. Let's finish hooking up the comm network. And, thanks for the help. You're not so bad. For a fancy pants guardian.
Now that's the nicest thing I've ever heard Soraya say. You're in rarefied air, my friend.
You made it. Looks like Louis owes me money. All right. Let's see if this works. Now, if I read the manual right... There's an incoming beacon.
Guardians, the city is lost. If there is any light left in the system, we rally on Titan. Be brave. Guardians.
Zavala's alive! If we leave now, we can...
You are not going to Titan. We've got refugees coming in. The Red Legion on one side, the Fallen on the other.
But we have our powers back. And if we're going to retake the city...
Your city is gone!
Hawthorne, we will be back. And we won't be alone.
You'll know where to find me.
would save us both a lot of time if you would just kill me.
For one who calls himself Speaker, you have remarkably little to say. We've learned that one of your Guardians has reconnected to the light. You say you have no power over the Traveler, yet... this... help me understand, Speaker.
The light lives in all places, in all things. You can block it, even try to trap it, but the light will find its way. And the Traveler will protect itself.
The Traveler. For years I have studied it. The worlds it has touched. Its power over life and death. We are not so different, your Traveler and I.
You are nothing like the Traveler. Nothing. You think you have power, control. I know your kind. You started small. You will end small.
If the Traveler truly has chosen humanity of its own free will, then there is no reason I should not reach inside, tear out the light for myself, and leave this system in ashes.
Only those the Traveler chooses will be reborn in the light.
Yes. This I know. This is why I have claimed your planet, and why you still live. The Traveler will choose me, Speaker. And you are going to tell me how.
This character Gull is really interesting, because Gull, unlike other characters from Destiny 1 at least, from other villains in Destiny 1, he is not inherently evil per se, from what I can tell. He's more misguided, and he's not exactly out to destroy everything, but more like to gain something he never acquired. Unlike other villains in Destiny 1, where they have all the power they need and they want to take more. So it's very interesting the way they did his character. I have no reason to be on this planet anymore, do I? Strong directional control. I wait for the triple jump before I start spending points. At the moment, I don't want to do adventures. I'll save those for later. I want to focus on the story right now. The adventures are always the same for each class too. There are some differences between classes as far as campaign goes. Not so much campaign, but with extra side missions there are differences.
Hawthorne already believes Zavala abandoned her and the survivors. Now that we're leaving, if we stayed, yes, we could help them survive, but if Zavala really is building a counteroffensive on Titan, we can save them all, and take back the city.
So go find Commander Zavala.
Guardian ship 723 is on approach. We received your beacon, and we're ready to join the fight.
Guardianship, this is Zavala. It's too late. The Hive have overrun Titan. I was wrong to bring us here.
After everything we've done to the Hive, I have to wonder why they're still in the system. The Hive have a very distinct hierarchy, so someone's got to be commanding them. But in Destiny 1, I managed to kill 2 very distinct leaders within the Hive.
We're here to help.
No! We've already lost too many lightless Guardians to the Hive. We can't secure this moon.
We have our light back.
What? Impossible.
Commander, if I may. Guardian, this is Deputy Commander Sloan. We have a counter-offensive to plan. To do that, we need to get this station up and running. There's a fleet to prep, Guardians to arm, and a trove of intercepted Red Legion transmissions to decrypt. It's critical we gain access to the station's control center. That's where you come in. If the light really is with you, send the Hive back to hell.
And Guardian, please, be careful.
What was this place?
The Golden Age cities of Titan were once the pride of humanity. We thought they were abandoned, but I was a fool to think the Hive would not spread this far.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, so Destiny 1, not only did we kill 1 leader, but we also killed the leader in charge of all the Hive, the king of the Hive, basically. So given that fact, I really do wonder why the Hive are here and who's leading them. At least it's a cape, that's clever. Guardians have a range of skills, but clearly Hunters are the most compatible. I don't know what it is about Hunters, but they love their fashion. Oh crap. Okay, that hurt. Hunters are much more squishy than the rest. Or at least they feel more squishy than a Warlock. Definitely more so than a Titan.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, this is definitely not me at my best, especially since I am not used to this class. But they are still this class is still very handy in its own way.
The gravity on Titan is approximately 1.352 meters per second squared. Except here. These floating rocks must be a residual effect from some Hive magic.
These rolls are much more annoying than I'm used to dealing with.
It's a cocoon of some kind. The life inside it isn't Hive exactly. This could be how the Hive's symbiont worms grow. Okay, Sloan. We can see the control center.
Copy that. Keep pushing forward. Commander, at this rate, we can start planning our counteroffensive. We'll be outside the city gates in no time.
If it were only that simple.
Now I need to find a good time to use my super. I always use my heavy weapon on him. Now you see his acolytes having grenades like that. SMGs are super useful though. I still remember when SMG was just basically a subclass of assault rifles. Now they're their own distinct weapons with distinct characteristics, which I actually like. Man, pulse rifles are not great weapons unless you get the headshots. Oh wow, one strike took out on a knight? I wasn't expecting that. That's some range too! Jeez! I didn't think that combo had such a range on it. This subclass is actually pretty good.
It looked like the Hive were performing some kind of ritual. We should talk to Ikora. She knows all there is to know about Hive magic.
No one has seen Ikora or Cade since the city fell.
First grenade launcher. Gotta admit, I'm not a fan of them. But if they're strong, then they're good. Alright, so this grenade launcher has a very distinct characteristic where I have to hold down the trigger, then release it to detonate the grenade.
Clear the area so we can move in.
A fallen antenna. The fallen houses each used to have their own unique encryption, but now the codes they're using are all variants of the House of Kings.
Alright, let's try this grenade launcher out. I am not used to artillery-based weapons in this game. I don't like grenade launchers in any game, really. And I like them less in this. I killed that knight. Was that another knight? Wow, my aiming is bad in this game. I try to dodge and I don't have the energy for it.
We made it, Sloan.
Perfect. Recon the perimeter before you move on the control center.
So it looks like we're standing in some kind of hive breeding ground.
Take it out.
This thing sounds like a lightsaber. How did I miss that attack?
Shoot the yellow sacks. We cleared the nest. Heading to the control center now.
Well done. Sweep the perimeter and we'll move in on your signal.
Feel like I'm starting to get better with the hunter. Stab you a few times till you die. Thankfully, whenever those knights do their shield things, unless you stagger them, they can't really do anything. Where did those grenades even go? Okay, so can't dodge in midair. Good to know. Cannot dodge in midair. Well, there's the boss of the area. Alright, so 2 to 3 strikes could easily kill him if I knew enough about these combos.
Commander, it's done.
Copy that. Zavala and I are inbound. We're approaching the landing platform. Get up here and take a bow.
I didn't dare believe. If the light can find its way back to you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. Our numbers will continue to dwindle. We can no longer protect ourselves, much less the survivors. Without the light, are we even Guardians anymore?
Commander.
We won't last long with dead generators. Wave energy converters power this station. But thanks to the Hive, they're in need of attention.
We can take care of it.
Yes, I believe you can.
Not used to seeing all these new faces with these side characters.
Alright, we're not out of this yet. Now that we've reached the control center, we still need to power up the place before we can take care of our fleet. Commander Zavala tells me you volunteered. I'll run tactical. Shipwright Holiday here will provide tech support. It's a straightforward op. Get in, flip a switch, get out. Sloane's got a way of making things sound easy, doesn't she?
This is probably going to be the last mission I do for the stream.
Did we lead the Fallen here?
No. Those vultures have been following us since we evacuated Earth.
Oh, new hand cannon. Ah, I didn't realize I even leveled up. Still gonna save my points. Okay, what's the significance with these weapons? That's the same. Move faster with this weapon. Okay. I just completely whipped that grenade. It does not go as far as I thought it would.
Sloan, Amanda, the Hive have infected everything.
Holiday, we gotta get you back in the air. We'll need ongoing aerial threat assessments to keep our perimeter secure.
Oh, yeah. You know my ship took a beating during the evacuation.
I'll bump you to the front of the line for repairs once the lights are back on.
Great. Great.
Or these suicide shanks. These are always a pain to deal with. Bloody suicide shank. I hate that these guys can teleport.
We can see the wave energy converters from here.
Sweet. Now just flip the switch and turn them on.
Accessing systems now.
Some of the pistons are moving, but we're still sitting in the dark.
Something went wrong. Pistons must be jammed.
Sorry, pal. But you're gonna have to go out there. Bring a workaround.
God, I hate these web mines. Now, if only I can hit them. At least in this game, they don't pop up when you shoot the mines, so you have to shoot. You used to have to shoot them twice. Once to make them pop up, another to destroy them. Oh, Sploder Shank. I know that sound anywhere. Oh, I unintentionally just rigged that whole room to explode. Guess I shot a landmine. Or not a landmine, a trip mine. Where am I going? I'm losing my mind. I don't know what I'm doing. You kidding me? Still alive? I'm always disappointed myself when I have to take more than 2 shots on those shanks. Alright, don't see any more shanks. Oh no, that was close. More cursed thralls. Ooh, I did see uncommon engram. Ooh, a scout rifle. This is full auto, isn't it? That will come in handy.
Did you hear that?
And that's the sound of a wizard. There they go. There we go. What's this new power weapon? It's a shotgun.
We made it to the converter platforms.
Okay. Get to the stalled pistons. See what's jamming them. Once
Can I make it?
all moving,
Nope.
we're in business.
So good. I was hoping I could make it way up there. If I was a warlock, I could. Because warlocks have the hover ability, as opposed to double jump. But then again, if I had triple jump, I could have made it too.
Oh yeah, found the problem. The hive have gunked up the pistons.
Then let's find a fix.
First piston's good to go. We gave it a power scrubbing.
That's great and all, but, it's still pretty dark on this end. Sounds like you got more scrubbing to do, Guardian.
Not sure how useful shotguns would be in this game. Against some enemies, they were pretty good in the first game. But against bosses, not so much, because bosses pretty much one hit kill you if you get too close. But against guys like these, do a massive amount of damage.
Final piston is clear.
Control center's still dark, so it's gotta be more than a piston problem. Gonna have to get in, futz with the circuit breakers. Try the central platform. Everything routes through there.
surprised these guys are still around. I killed the bosses of the area, so I thought they would have disappeared.
Circuit breaker's going to be around there somewhere. Find it and flip the switch. Just like I said. Yeah! Power's back! Exemplary work, everyone. But we still have to deal with these intercepted enemy transmissions.
So I think this game is really fun, but from my experience of the last game, it still needs a bit of work with the way some things act. So I'm gonna pick up this whatever she has for me.
It's a hell of a view, isn't it? We're up and running thanks to you. There's plenty more to do around here, though. Chief among them, finally breaking ground on a counter-offensive against the Red Legion. I have a plan. But it won't work without you. We intercepted a Priority 1 Red Legion signal during the city evacuation, but we can't crack the encryption. Holiday says there's tech that can do the job in the Arcology, which is effectively hostile territory. You'd be going in blind. The place has been dark for centuries. All we know for sure is the Hive is raising hell down there, perhaps literally. But if you're in, let's put the plan into action.
So I thought it was interesting that they actually give you an exotic gear this early in the game. In the last game, exotic equipment was only given to you once you reach level 20. And even then, those were extremely rare. But now they just give you one. They give you some kind of armor piece. This, Mechaneer's trick sleeves. This won't end well for one of us, and darling, it won't be me. Self-styled Lady Olu Older Dice? Increases sidearm ready and reload speed. I'm not sure that'd be useful. I don't like sidearms, so I wouldn't use this very often. But it's very interesting. If you can get a good sidearm, this is a good quick draw gear. Raiden Flux. Interfaces with synapses to for nearest equivalents to draw electric power directly from the wearer's body. Snaps junctions. Quick successful attacks with Arc Staff increases its damage output and duration. Interesting! That's actually very useful. Class abilities recharge faster when using an Arc subclass. Lucky Pants. I should see what this looks like. Oh, that looks pretty sick actually. Anyways, Lucky Pants. What? No, I didn't illegally mod the holster. These are really Lucky Pants. Kate 6 figures. Hey, Acrylic, how are you doing? I'm just getting used to this new, not new, but this Hunter subclass. I'm usually a Warlock, so this is a bit weird for me. Increases hand cannon ready speed and initial accuracy. So another quick draw gear. Increase the arm recovery, allow you to recover health faster. I think I'm gonna go with the Raiden Flux. Anything I can buy? Ooh. Can only buy 2 things here.
Hope it works for you.
Exotic gear, already know about that. So quick successive attacks with the Arc Staff, so I gotta use that when I'm in my super. I guess that also means I can't miss with the Arc Staff. Be good against a whole group of majors.
Last drop ended up in the water. Did your pilots coordinate alternating wind conditions with my staff. I'm here for you.
Maybe I should try doing this public event real quick before I end it. Don't think I'm gonna be able to do much.
Break it up, Fallen.
Or you'll break them.
You've been playing for 6 hours? You must have gotten a lot done. Oh, so you're going to recover your Stormcaller class tomorrow. That's a really fun subclass. I always liked that in Destiny 1. It's my favorite subclass when it first came out. Can't wait till I can get that subclass too. I do not deserve any loot I get for this, since I'm so weak.
Stole their firepower and we smashed up their walkers.
We felt those explosions from here, but we're still standing. And the Fallen are not. High commendations.
Crap. Where's this Hive target? There he is. Oh, okay, he's strong. Yeah, I should try to level myself up in this game during my off time. But this hunter is not going to be my main. It's going to be my secondary, but I don't even think I'm going to use it that often. Mainly I'm doing this now to just stream the campaign. Since I was so greedy, wow, he jumped high. I decided to play the Warlock, my main character, during the campaign. Or some of it, at least. Oh, crap, there he is. There we are. Yeah, I still think it's odd that in a new game we pretty much have the same subclasses we've always used. And even these new subclasses really do feel like reworked editions of the like the Sunsinger, the Arcblade, and the Defender class. They're definitely more useful, though. Although I am very sad that I don't have my self-res ability again. You gotta be kidding me. Ah, screw it. I don't think there's anything I need to do at the farm. I never really used a solar subclass in solo gameplay, but I am very sad I don't have the self-res for when the raid comes, because that was extremely useful. That's the only thing I don't like about it, that in strikes in the raid, I won't be able to self-res. And that's what I really am very sad about. Other than that, though, I agree, I didn't really find a solar warlock subclass very useful. I am also very sad about the shaders. A lot of people are absolutely furious about that. I mean, it's a different direction, sure. I am disappointed that you can't keep your shaders when you use them, and that's they don't apply to your whole outfit, but upsides are that you can completely customize your own character now, so if you don't like the way one piece of armor looks like in a shader, at least you can change that. Plus, you can use it on guns now. And it also gives me something to use my Glimmer for, since in this game it feels like Glimmer is kinda useless. I'm not sure what you can use to buy Glimmer that's actually useful. At the moment, I really don't have anything else to do, and I am out of time for today. I'll definitely pick this up very soon again. I love the hell out of this game. Love Destiny to death. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching, and have a good day.